going on, guys, and welcome back to another video. Yesterday I picked something up for the Subaru. You can probably tell by the title, but I got a really good deal on it. So we're gonna go talk about that in a little bit, but for now I want to get this trim off, and I'm probably gonna take the mirrors off. But when I went to do that, it looks like there's a screw right here, and I went to roll down my windows, but I don't have the door cards in, so I needed to go and grab the clip. So probably gonna bust that stuff out and show you guys how to do it. So we grabbed our controller. I'm gonna go ahead and plug in the main clip, because as you can see, the mirror has its own clip and all of the window buttons have its own clip. So it's gonna be this one right here. So I'm gonna go ahead and plug that in and roll all the windows down. So just so if you ever go to do this and you have your door cards off and you need to roll your windows down, you need to have each module connected on each door. Oh, you can see that one. But apparently you need to have every single one connected. I guess it completes a circuit or something. Makes sense, but at the same time it doesn't, because this one is all the brains. It's got every button. So I guess it needs that module to communicate to or something. Very interesting. End of the day, doesn't matter. Probably just leave them connected in case I need to put the windows up. It'll be the easiest thing. I'm gonna start over here. Just looking, you have these white clips right here, which I imagine hold in this piece. And it doesn't look like there's a screw back here, but I think I'm gonna pull off the mirrors, which from what it looks like, it's 2 Phillips heads. Oh, there's a Phillips head right there. So maybe I'll try to get it off before the mirrors, but I feel like the mirrors are gonna have to come off for paint. So we'll start with this one, and see if it comes off. All right, so both those screws are off, so I'm gonna go ahead and see if I can just pull up on this trim right here and see if it pops out. So getting these off was actually a pain, and the camera died trying to film. But on the other side, these screws here were all jacked up and we almost couldn't get it out, but we did. This is good because the previous owner had this car painted, or these doors painted, and they were too lazy to take off this stripping. So it essentially, the clear coat never got up to anything. They didn't even take the door handles off. They were so lazy. And like I've said before, this paint down here, absolutely terrible job, and they should be very ashamed of their work. So that's why we're gonna go and do it right, because this car is literally a pile of issues that I'm gonna try to clean up. But anyway, that's enough of the body work for today. Got that done. It was something I wanted to do. This needs fixed, but it's not a huge deal. But this is what we picked up for the Subaru. A new motor. Right, Adam?
Yeah.
Yeah. Go ahead, give us a rundown on this fine, blown up piece of machinery.
So this came from an autocross friend for mine. He was like out in autocross, started having low power, diagnosed it as cylinder 2 low compression. So we pulled it out, he swapped it out for a new block, and we picked it up from him for pretty cheap.
Yes.
We just popped the oil pan off. There's like no glitter in there, so that's good. All the cylinder bores look pretty good. We're gonna take the pistons out right now and take a look and see.
Yeah, so for anyone who's curious, I got this motor for $150, and if you guys who are probably watching own Subarus, so you know how much I just call it a long block because it's only missing the cams and the covers, which I can pull off of my motor. But we got this whole thing with the TGVs, right?
Yeah.
The TGVs for $150. So for any of you guys who know what these engines go for, finding a short block for $150 is actually kind of difficult. So to score this with heads that actually still look pretty good and reusable, and probably better than mine if I had to take a guess.
In the cam journals. Is that what they're called?
Yeah, these are the cam journals here.
Look at you go, you're learning.
There's like a little bit of scuffing on some of them, but none of them you can like, typically if you could feel it with your fingernail, it needs machined, but none of these.
None of these are like that, yeah. So, awesome deal. We're gonna go ahead, I need to get this light back up because the bulb burnt out. And go ahead and try to take these pistons out.
What you do is you take these plugs out and then you move the piston to the right spot, and you can get some needle nose pliers in there and pull out the circlips that hold the pistons
And then
in.
you can pull the piston right out.
Yeah, so what you do is you take these out. You got to do 2 at a time, one here and one in the back. You get this side of this piston, that side of that piston, and then you move the pistons and you reach across from the rod and take the circlip out from the top, and then you reach across this one and take the circlip out from the bottom. And then what you do is you rotate the motor, and that pushes the pistons to top dead center, and then you rotate the pistons 90 degrees and you rotate it again, and it pushes the pistons out.
Oh.
Because when you rotate the pistons, the rod will hit a different spot on the piston and it'll push it up further.
Oh.
Otherwise, they'll only come to the surface and you can
Right.
never get them out.
Yeah.
So you just twist them, and then
Easy enough.
yeah. Sometimes there's like a little bit of a lip right here on used motors, like the metal builds up and the pistons don't come out. Sometimes you gotta like cut this lip off, but this one feels fine.
Hey. What do you know?
So you can see the rod straight down, and then up a little bit, you can see where the pin goes in the piston.
Oh yeah. Alrighty, so we had to go to the store. We wanted to get a few different tools. We needed a long needle nose pliers, and this set from Harbor Freight was super cheap. And it's good to just have a full set of Allen keys. We grabbed this at AutoZone because we thought it'd be nicer, but then we found this set at Harbor Freight. So we're just gonna give them a shot, and it's just nice to have some tools, you know? Let's get back into it.
That's the one we needed.
Oh,
So you
excellent.
can just return that AutoZone set. This is the 14. Yeah, where's that plug? I think it's a 14. Yeah.
Yeah, that's
It's a lot nicer than this.
Hey, I mean, you know, what works, it works if it works. It's impressive.
So then you can see the circlip,
So we gotta go get that,
the little needle nose.
yeah.
I don't know if you got it.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see it. Oh, yeah. Jeez.
There you go.
It's like you've done this before.
Beefy pistons.
Oh, they're huge. They're very big.
That's a pin?
It's the wrist pin.
Where does that pin go?
It's coming
I'll
out.
show you. It connects the,
Oh, you see it.
yeah.
That's it.
The piston has a.
Oh, this guy right there.
Yep. Is it loud enough I can grab it?
Oh, neat.
Well,
When you get new pistons, you get new wrist pins, yeah. Ow, I pinched myself.
Oh, neat.
And it'll push the piston to top dead center. And then you somehow twist it. Usually you have to like push it in and twist it. And then when you twist it, the next time it comes up, it'll be,
I'll hit it.
yeah, it'll be turned.
Oh, there you go.
Oh, you can see it.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Let's see. Got a ring.
Crack.
It's really dirty, so it might need cleaned up before we could actually see it, but
How do the walls look?
Don't
Good.
let one guy be.
they look very good.
This thing looks nice.
This is way cleaner than my motor was. Push and twist. You can just let it slide with it, Joe, it's fine. As long as that rag stays under it. Pull it out.
So you get a ring compressor
Yeah.
and then tap them in. That's the best feeling ever.
This one's good too, man. There's no detonation. It's really dirty, but
But I mean, 60 hard 1,000 miles.
Because he
Yeah.
just ran it hard.
Oh, he ran it. What engine was this? 3?
this was 2. He's putting 3 in.
Or he just put 3 in?
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with this piston, man.
Woohoo!
Catch the lip of the pin and just really gently tap it. You don't want to hit the rod. It's coming. Keep coming, you're good. You don't get it the first time, so
Right.
no problem. You have to do it again
Okay.
in that position if it's spinning back. There you go. Aha! Aha! Is that a crack? Right there? I think that's a crack.
All right, so I think we're pretty much done with working on this motor today. We got pretty far. We got all the pistons out and we inspected the cylinder walls and all that stuff. Cylinder 2 was the bad cylinder, and it's right here. It's hard to see, but there is a crack right here in the ringland. Oop, there it is. And that's why this cylinder had low compression, but that's the reason the motor was taken out of the previous car and sold for cheap, was it had low compression in cylinder 2. So very, very good for my case, because the plan for this motor is forged pistons, you know, machine work, and then bringing it back up to running really, really nicely. Like I said, my motor isn't exactly perfect and burns oil and has some issues that are deeper than I'd like to investigate right now. But the heads are good on this motor. The pistons are gonna be awesome. It's gonna get machined, like I said. It's gonna be really, really fun. I had a lot of fun building this motor so far, and I'm excited to have like another little series. I'm kind of getting overwhelmed considering the car's getting painted, and I have a motor now that was bought on a whim because I wasn't expecting to get it. But super exciting, learned a lot. Adam knows everything, so he's an awesome person to have help with this. So if you guys want to see motor building videos, go ahead and subscribe to keep up to date, and hopefully we'll be doing them sort of soon. I don't know, it's not like top priority, but I'd like to get it to be top priority. So thank you guys so much for watching, and if you like the video, please like the video, and if you haven't already, consider subscribing. It means a lot. So thank you guys, and have an awesome day.